Hello guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing Deltamath multiplying polynomials level 1. And we're going to use the same strategy I've used in my previous methods for multiplying binomials. So that is going to be called the box method. Watch the other videos if you need a review on that. Simplify the expression to a polynomial in standard form. So again, Deltamath is going to be very picky about the way it wants things. We want this in standard form, which means the highest degree to the lowest degree on the x values. And so let's go ahead and get started. We got x plus 3 is our first binomial times this trinomial, 2x squared plus 9x minus 2. We know that because of the parentheses. The parentheses right beside each other tells us it's multiplication. This has 2 terms in it, and this one has 3 terms in it. So that means that my box is going to be a 2 by 3. So I'm going to come over here, and this is the method I like to multiply because it keeps me organized. So I'm going to draw a box that is 2 long and then 3 columns like this. So that means I'm going to put my x here and my 3 here. And then on the top, I'm going to put my 2x squared, I'm going to put my 9x, and I'm going to put my negative 2, like this, into the box. It's important to keep the x with the 3 because they're together. That's a binomial. It's important to keep the 2x squared with the 9 and the negative 2. Be careful with the signs. And in the box method, all we have to do is multiply what is above and beside within each little box. So in this first box right here, we got 2 times 1x technically. So that's just 2x cubed, because we have to remember that x squared times x is x to the 3rd because we're multiplying. So be very careful. Some students tend to get confused. For the next box right here, we're going to multiply again what's above and what's beside it on the outside. I'm always referring to the numbers on the outside. So for this one, we're multiplying 9x times x. That's just going to be 9x squared, like that. All right, let's move on to the next one. For this box, we're going to do what's above and what's beside it, right there, like that. So that's going to give us negative 2x. All right, go ahead and try this box right here. Take a minute, pause the video, think what's going to go in that one, and then continue the video. So we're going to multiply what's on the outside, above it, and beside it. All right, so that's going to be 2 times 3 is 6x squared, like that. And let's continue filling it in. We got 9x above this box and 3 on the outside right over there. So that's going to be 27x. Oops, I got rid of the square right there. It's going to be 27x, like this. And then the last one, in our last box, we're going to have that negative 2 times 3. It's going to be negative 6, like that. So be careful with, whoops, I erased too much. Be careful with multiplying these out, and don't forget the x's. A lot of students tend to forget the x's. So now that we've multiplied everything in the box, we're going to start with the highest exponent first to put it in standard form. It's going to be my 2x to the 3rd. There is not another x to the 3rd, so that's just 1. However, if you notice these two, we're going to add them. So 9 plus 6 is 15x squared because I'm adding like terms. I'm no longer multiplying, so it's no longer x to the 4th because right now I already did all the multiplication in the box. Now I'm just adding. So I'm going to do plus 15x squared. And then we have 27x minus 2x is positive 25x. And then we have this negative 6 on the outside, which has no other terms to add. So this is the polynomial in standard form because we have the x to the 3rd first, then we have the x squared, and then we just have the x, and then we have our constant. So go ahead and try another example. Go ahead and try this example. Try the box method. I know some teachers teach it where they distribute that first term to everything. They distribute that second term to everything. But I just feel like that is not a very organized way. So that's why I don't use it. If you use it that way, go for it. But I do like the box method for this. So pause the video and try it yourself. All right, hopefully you paused the video and tried this problem on your own. We have 2 terms times 3 terms. This is a binomial, this is a trinomial. So that means my box has to be a 2 by 3. The way you make your box doesn't really matter as long as it has 2 rows or 2 columns or 3 columns and 3 rows. It just doesn't matter. So we're going to put the 3x on the outside. Be careful bringing all the signs, like the -4. And then I'm going to put the x squared out here. I'm going to put the -5x and the -1. So careful with the negatives. I feel like that's a common mistake. So we're going to do x squared times 3x, which is going to be 3x cubed. Then we're going to multiply what's on the outside of this one, which is the -5x and the 3x. Remember, on the outside, not the 3x squared, the 3x cubed, which we just put in the box. We're always referring to the numbers on the outside. Students tend to get confused there. So that's -15x squared. And then for the next one, we're going to do the -1 times the -3x. And then we're going to do -4 times x squared is going to give me -4x squared. A negative times a negative is a positive. 4 times 5 is 20, and there's only one x. And then -1 times -4 is +4, like that. So we multiplied everything in the box. Let's go ahead and put it together. We have 3x to the third, and there's no other to the third, so that's just it. Then we have a -14x squared plus a -15x squared, which gives us -19x squared, because now we're adding. Then we're going to do a +20 minus 3x, which gives us 17x. And then the last one is the +4, which was on its own, so +4. And there's our answer. And that's how you would type it into Deltamath. If you need to put that little exponent, you can press Shift and 6, Shift plus 6. So press Shift and hold it and press 6, and that should bring it up so you can add the exponent on Deltamath, just so you know. All right, guys, hopefully you liked this video. Give it a like, and I'll see you next time.